zone. A message from the SVG Tourism Authority. Keep in a zone.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$260,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for midday Tuesday, October 17th. It's $260,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot.
Why are you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
But what you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my pool party Sunday. I need to pick up my medication. And I need some nails to fix the door. And I have to get something to eat. Oh, yes. And I need to buy some grease and go bank to get some money for all that.
Cassandra, you can get all those things at the Joshua Center.
But true?
Yes, girl, everything.
The Joshua Center has everything for you, from clothes to decor, and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here, just for you.
All right, yes, all there just for you, indeed, at the Joshua Center. Everything, more or less, available. All right, morning time it is, 7:36 and a half. It's that time for us to share the morning with you. It's that time for us to get interactive. Sun-filled Tuesday morning here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Enjoying the weather these days, you know. See, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying the weather. Not as much rain as we used to. Normally around this time, you know, there's a huge amount of rainfall, but I like how the rain, you know, coming in the night, cool things down, and then in the morning we're having nice, good sun-filled weather. I don't know about you. Well, good morning, Denny. And good morning to those on the live who have already logged on and give us a shout of Kojo, Isil, Ev, Ulrika. Good day to you as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. And then, like you're saying, you know, boy, I don't know whether to feel good about it or to recognize the impact of climate change. Because I mean, we basically coming out of the peak of the hurricane season, and we didn't have 2 days of consistent rainfall.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, yes. What does that mean for us going into the dry season? It's either we're going to have rain during the dry season, which we've had for the last couple of years. We've had rain November, December, January. I'm talking about good solid rain. Even if you go back to 2013, you remember what happened on Christmas Eve night, which is dry season. Or we're going to have a protracted dry season. So that, I mean, the days are hot. The very little rain came for what we know to be normally the rainy season. Thank God that we've been spared from any tropical storm and depression. Yes, I appreciate that, you know. But at the same time, where's the rainfall? Where is the rainfall? You know? The nights a few weeks ago, boy, they used to be hot. Let me tell you, hot. But like Danny said, it's slightly cooler now. Still not cool enough. But yes, cooler than last week and the week before and the week before that, when the temperatures in the night were going up to probably 26, 27.
Yep.
Hot nights or warm nights. You know, but we're thankful and we as we focus, St. Vincent and Grenadines focuses on its adaptation, its climate adaptation, where now we are doing projects to adapt to the realities of climate change. You see, there are two words, and I think I mentioned this a while back. You'd hear the phrases, the words, the expressions, climate mitigation and climate adaptation, right? There's not much mitigation St. Vincent and the Grenadines can do, because we do not contribute much to the greenhouse gases that are impacting the climate. So there's not much we can do to change this and change that to try and release less gases. We do not have, our island is small. The car population, although it's a lot of cars for St. Vincent and Grenadines compared to a lot of these countries, it's minuscule. We're not industrialized, so there aren't many factories and so on emitting serious CO2 in the air. So while we're doing our part, the government did its part in dealing with
cars, making sure that we have newer cars that emit less harmful gases and so forth. We change the air conditioned gas, the freehand and that kind of thing. We've done a bit. It's really on a global scale almost insignificant. So there's not much climate mitigation that St. Vincent and the Grenadines can embark on. But what we have to do is recognize this thing changing, and as a result, a number of things are happening: stronger storms, shorter rainy season, longer dry seasons, and so forth. And so now we have to put things in place and change to suit the reality of the times. So we might now have to look at building larger catchment tanks for water storage for the protracted dry season.
Not even that, but for persons to get into the whole act of having tanks at their homes,
Rain harvesting.
All right.
Exactly. Especially for things like wetting your plants, for your agriculture, for washing your vehicles, for scrubbing on your yard and so forth.
All right.
Those things that take a lot of water. Maybe rain harvesting is something that we need to invest in. Our brothers and sisters who reside on the Grenadine Islands, that's their reality. Once they're building a house, they build with a tank.
Have to.
Maybe, yes, we have the water here, but maybe that is something that we need to start looking at. Putting something in place, whether it's a 500-gallon tank or a 1,000-gallon black tank or something, put something in place to harvest rainwater, so that we can use that water wisely during the season of the season of plenty, and we can put less pressure on the catchments. And then when the time comes when the water is low, then of course we are that. But things like or seawall or river defense or city defense, all of these things are adaptation measures that our government is embarking on, undertakes, so that St. Vincent and the Grenadines would be able to withstand a number or rather the various changes that occur as a result to climate change. And that's what we're doing now. You wouldn't hear this kind of discussion on the Big Light O. You wouldn't hear this type of discussion on the Big Light O. The discussion on the Big Light O is commerce and triviality. That's what you're hearing on the Big Light O. Yesterday, during the course of the day, a number of journalists called me. Because on the Canadian leg of the Big Light O, Dr. Friday, leader of the opposition, made a reference to a CARICOM Canada summit that is going to happen in Canada. And I heard the comments, and I heard the snickering, and I heard the laughing. And before you know it, it was published in one of the blogs from a very highly trained journalist that, Dr. Friday said that the leadership, highest leadership, should be at the conference, and it's a jab at Dr. Gonzalez, who hasn't gone to Canada for how many years. Well, I see the comments on Facebook as well. Just recently, some comments under the name Margaret London on the office of the Prime Minister. Oh, when you come in Canada, when you go in Canada? Because one of the issues, the red herring issues for the NDP to try and keep the base engaged. Remember, it's about attacking Ralph. So one of the red herring issues for years is Canada, this, that. So they start this commerce, this thing. So yesterday, a number of journalists called me. I'm trying to figure out if there's any leadership, if Prime Minister is going to Canada, and what is the makeup of the delegation? Because Vincentians want to know their concern. I said, well, hold on. And I said this to both of them. I said, I heard the inquiry. I said, but I've been press secretary for more than 4.5 years. right? That's over 4 months. That's how long I've been press secretary. I said, I have never gotten a request from you, and speaking individually to them, or any journalist for that matter, about PM leaving and delegation and who represented. Never. I said, as a matter of fact, there are times when I would send the press release after PM left. That Prime Minister Gonzalez left the country, is accompanied by his wife, a security officer, this, that, members of the delegation, and so on. I said, so how, I said, we just had a GA, biggest conference in the world, important conference. You ain't called me. Nobody called me. We had the ECLAC EU summit. Nobody called me. There would be times when PM is supposed to go to a summit here and there and whatever, and Camilo would go, Sabuto would go. Nobody would call. Nobody called to inquire. The among the summits and meetings PM has gone to, none of you have ever called me to find out if he go in, when he go in, who he go in with. Never. I say, but the NDP dropped the comments, be it last night. Oh, from the time I said that, oh, no. NDP. I say, I'm not calling you NDP. I am not saying you're NDP. All I'm saying is the seed was planted at the latest edition of the Big Lie Tour in Canada. And all of a sudden, Vincent Chitak and so on, one journalist even went as far as telling me that other journalists from the region are calling. And I tell you something, sometimes you just need to just call a bluff. You know, one journalist said to me, you know, other colleagues across the region are calling because every other member of CARICOM has indicated who's going and who's not going, and so on. Only St. Vincent's silent. I'm serious, I said, that's not true. I said, that's not true. I said, I can guarantee you right now that of the 14 independent members of CARICOM, at least 8 of them have not said anything about who's going to the conference. Nothing. There's no discussion at all in those countries. Nothing public about who's going to the conference. The response was, well, you know, that may be so. You may be right. But you just tell me that all the other countries don't announce their delegation. Me know who announced. Me ain't studying that. Me only study was in Vincent. But I call a bluff. I spoke forcefully and convincingly that at least 8 of them of the 14 have not said anything. And right there's a backtrack. I said, don't come with that. I said, I act on instructions, and when the instructions are available, because I don't think my PM at all. That's not my role. My role is to amplify the message of the office of the Prime Minister. And in the same way, when there was the Summit of the Americas, PM came and said he's not going, and I then came out and repeated what PM said, he not go. And then when it came to the UN, PM said he was going, I spoke after that. So when the announcement is made as to whether or not there's a delegation, this is me talking to them, as to whether or not there's a delegation going to from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, going to the CARICOM Canada Summit, the nation be informed. Our government is a government of transparency and openness. And we know where our representatives are. We know where they go. We always know where they go. We always know if and when they go. But the seed of commerce done plan. Because, you know, the Big Lie Tour was really a failure. It was abysmal. The Big Lie Tour was abysmal. It was a failure. Dr. Friday displayed such lack of leadership and emptiness when it came to ideas of pushing St. Vincent and the Grenadines forward beyond the talking points that he has regurgitated over and over and over. That any individual interested in national development would have been turned off. Any Vincentian interested in national development would have been turned off. Because there was nothing. There was nothing new. They didn't even try to repackage the lies. They told the same lies. There was a little bacchanal Denny going on between the Message for the contestant, and one of the ladies said, "You didn't even what was the phrase used, boy? You didn't even improvise and sprinkle. I like the expression sprinkle. He didn't even sprinkle a few different words in the lies. The lies were repeated verbatim. If you listen to New Times, if you listen to his press conference, if you listen to the Tea Friday rally that they had out at Georgetown, if you listen to the New York edition of the Big Lie 2 and the Canada edition of the Big Lie 2, the lies were repeated exactly the same verbatim. There's nothing new, not even an updated version of the lie. The same lie you've been telling since 2009, you're telling 2023. I mean, if you're into technology, you're using computer, you're using phone, every now and again, updates. You're playing your favorite game, pan tap your phone, like what they did on the train, Valan them with the American thing now. Every now and again, there's an update. They add a few things. It's the same game, but they might add a few. Your phone update. Your computer update. Even the car that you bought 10 years ago, eventually he said, I need to upgrade and get it might still be a used car, you know, but to get a later model used car. These guys are so clueless. They are so out of ideas that their lies have not necessarily changed. It's the same bold-faced lies they've been telling for the last 12 years, 13 years, and even longer. Well, I have an instance of an exchange. You know, the partner Jefferson Glasgow. He prides himself. I never see a man proud so. Jeff prides himself on being the man who challenged Arnim Eustace in New York. You know, my partner Jeff. He said, what is your plan? What is your long-term plan for savings in the earnings? Fair question, right? If you ask Ralph, well, Gemma say can't update a lie. You could sprinkle Gemma instead of saying we will not. You could say we do not intend to. Yeah, update the line, man. Just make it a little better now. That's what I mean. So Jeff is the Ask Ralph man. Jeff prides himself on Ask Ralph. Last edition of the Big Lie 2, Olin apparently got up to speak with Dr. Friday. Well, in Toronto, somebody got up. I don't know who the person is. If it's a supporter of the NDP, then the person chop off floops for him for 8 for 6. Right? Because the person went at length.
Jerry George Floops?
Yeah, Jerry George Floops. Yeah. So this person may continue to rest. This person tried to do for Godwin what Jerry did for he said, so you mean you wouldn't want to look anywhere that's Jerry George? You find it where? Was Arnim's question. Response. Thank you very much. So this gentleman, I believe he's a supporter of the party. Based on the way he phrased the question, I think he wanted to give a Jerry George Floops. What is called a long hop.
Or even a full toss.
A full toss. So that Friday could rock back and just hit it out to the park like Rovman Powell or like Hetty May
Or Carlos Bradford.
Yeah.
Remember the name.
Remember the name? well, I don't think anybody remember his name in Canada after the weekend. I don't think I still remember his name. Trouble Flips, man. I want you to listen to the exchange. I want you to hear the question asked. Straightforward question. Straightforward question. And I want you to listen to the response of someone who's telling Vincentians that he is ready to lead this country. Listen to this exchange here. Let me get a listen. Right. Read it now. Hold on, It's my fault. Wait. Right.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent? As you know what's going on. As Prime Minister.
Yeah, hold on. Let's try that again. Let's try that.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent? As you know what's going on. As Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will you continue to do the same thing as present government is doing, or are you going to move more closer to mainland China?
Thank you very much.
No, that is the question. That is the question. The man wants to know, what is your policy towards Taiwan? He said, you see what's going on in the country. You see what the present government doing. Are you going to continue what the present government is doing? In other words, are you going to maintain relationship with Taiwan, or are you going to switch to China? Let's play this again.
Response, right?
Yeah, let's play. No, I'll play it again because our people here our people the question settling, and then I want to hear what Dr. Friday, let me call him properly, my partner G Friday, what he offered as a response. So let's go from the top again.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent, as you know what's going on. As Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will you continue to do the same thing as present government is doing, or are you going to move more closer to mainland China?
Thank you very much.
Again,
will you continue?
I'm going to stop again. The man was very clear in his question.
Yep.
He said, ask me right now. I want to answer no. Tell me no. Are you going to continue? Because the truth is, they said in 2016 that they're going to switch. That they have embraced the one China policy, that the only legitimate expression, political expression of the Chinese people is mainland China, the People's Republic of China. And Friday has not moved away from that policy. Now, that's a very significant piece of foreign policy for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so the gentleman is saying, I want to know what you would do if you're elected Prime Minister. Because maybe he's thinking of voting for G. Fry, for the party. So tell me before I vote for you, what you're going to do. Maybe the guy is thinking, if you're going to stick with Taiwan, I ain't voting for you. But if you're going to switch to China, I go vote for you. Or maybe he's thinking the opposite. If you're going to switch from Taiwan, I can't vote for you because I like Taiwan. I see how Taiwan has benefited St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're going to switch to China, I can't vote for you. So tell me now, today, as you're on the big light too, as you're here in Canada, tell me now. This is an important thing. I want to make up my mind. I promise you, I haven't got the clip again. I'm going to play it right here.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent, as you know what's going on. As Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will you continue to do the same thing as present government is doing, or are you going to move more closer to mainland China?
Thank you very much. As to the first question, as you know, our country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, has established relations with Taiwan, I think going back to 1981. This is it has been a fruitful relationship for both sides. We, as a party, we took a position with respect to that relationship, and we have said before and recently that all of those decisions are subject to review whenever we are in a position to have new information going forward. That, you will understand, is something that we are constantly doing, and for us, it's a question of what is in the greatest interest of our country. What is of the greatest benefit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? That is what guides me, not a matter of saying what is one friend or another. The interest of the country come first.
Interest of the country comes
You
first.
want to answer? No. Anybody on the live want to answer? What you going to do with Taiwan? Are you going to? Question, simple. You sticking? Are you going to China?
It wasn't addressed.
What are you going to do? Maybe I missed it because I was a little distracted. I watched my phone, so maybe he answered it while I was watching my phone. So let me play it again now, and see if and get the answer.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent, as you know what's going on. As Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will you continue to do the same thing as present government is doing, or are you going to move more closer to mainland China?
Thank you very much. As to the first question, as you know, our country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, has established relations with Taiwan, I think, going back to 1981. This is it has been a fruitful relationship for both sides. We, as a party, we took a position with respect to that relationship, and we have said before and recently that all of those decisions are subject to review whenever we are in a position to have new information going forward. That, you will understand, is something that we are constantly doing, and for us, it's a question of what is in the greatest interest of our country. What is of the greatest benefit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? That is what guides me, not a matter of saying what is one friend or another. The interest of the country come first.
Right. So you're moving on that, Mr. Paddy. For supplementary, Mr. Speaker. You're moving on that. You know, that is like the regular old that is the regular old thing where they can't give you an answer, Brother Benny, until they get in. Well, the thing about it is this. That how foreign policy is made. What exactly do you want to review? You are in the parliament. Every cent that you borrow from Taiwan is debated in parliament. So you know currently in opposition how much money we owe Taiwan. You don't have to wait until you get in government to review that. You know the agreements we have with Taiwan. You have to wait. You know the issues that we raise regarding Taiwan internationally, regarding their participation in UN agencies. You know the situation between them and China, that based on a resolution, I think it's 2965, the UN has excluded them out and recognized mainland China as the only legitimate expression of the Chinese people, what they call the one China policy. As a matter of fact, you know it so well, your party knows it well, because Arnim Eustace, and then he said, yeah, the clip, look for the clip. Arnim Eustace, when he was leader of the opposition, said, he used the exact words, that he's embracing the UN, the long-held UN position of the one China policy, that they're going to move from the province and embrace the mainland. Those were the exact words. You were a member of the party then, you were a vice president then, you were the press consort then. So what exactly do you need to review once voted in order to help you to make the decision? whether it's switching or not, because I don't say when switch. We know the issues at stake. We know you want to sell passports. We know you have some people associated with the Chinese to buy passports. We know CBI is a pillar, a cornerstone of your plans. And strange enough, you ain't saying nothing about CBI either. Maybe CBI is one of those things as well where you would wait until you get in and you would constantly review and you would decide, no, Godwin, no, sorry. We're not buying that. We are not buying that. So tell us, please. Tell us, please. Yes, is this one here? No. Is this a big one? This one here. So it look nice, this one?
And the Grenadines. Will you continue?
Anyhow.
I'm asking you, right?
Yes. Eh?
It is playing.
Oh, boy, now come to our phone. I wonder how come. Strange.
Let's take a call in the meantime.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Well, Sion.
My brother.
Morning. I was wondering if the scoop taking any calls this morning.
Well, comrade. You know how it go, comrade.
I tried to say hello to Sion all morning.
Hello from the other side of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, my buddy. What's up?
All right, you know, there's a terminology that is used with relation to the dragon dance.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the Chinese dragon dance? You see how that is done. The Chinese dragon makes 2 steps forward, 1 step backward.
That's correct.
Then may probably make 3 steps forward and then make 2 backward. Right? But in the final analysis, the dragon is really more or less in the same space.
There you go.
The answer from Godwin Friday is a classic example of the
Dragon dance.
That is the Chinese dragon dance, you know. It's totally indecisiveness. And it shows definitely that they do not have a clear policy. We have a problem, you know, if the NDP was to really take government in this country with relation to the foreign policy, you know. The foreign policy is never clear or decisive. All right? Even though we would know from the utterance that they will most likely lean to mainland China. They have said it before. I don't know if there has now been a change in the policy following the exit of Arnhem Eustace. But the answer that Friday gave is a dragon dance answer. Friday didn't answer the question yet. The question is whether you're going to mainland China or whether you are going to continue your relationships with Taiwan.
Simple as that.
And that's simple. But that is when you're indecisive. And they want to wait when they get into government to make certain decisions. Now we are happening. The population can't trust that, you know. The electorate brighter than that, you know. We have a whole set of young people who are now trained and more educated than ever before. And they understand these matters more than our foreparents understood them. And there is continuous change in foreign relations in throughout the world, you know. And it reminds us of Arnhem Eustace's answers with relation to the airport. To the question of jobs, the 20,000 jobs from the Manila envelope, is when we get there. It's indecisiveness, and the electorate can take no chances with these fellas at all. Understand? And here what is happening too is an experience in government. These fellas believe that government is easy, but I think Friday know better than that, you know. And I am convinced that Friday is prepared to remain where he is as opposition leader, and I think we should grant him that, because the management of a country in this time for an inexperienced leader who in truth and in fact can't even manage the very policies of your party, we prefer to stay where you are and critique government. It's easier, Sion, because uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Yes, oh yes.
You know? So, clear example of indecisiveness.
But comrade, let me challenge you. You're on the phone, so let me challenge you. Because I do not think it's indecisiveness. I think it's dishonesty and deception.
Big lie. Exactly.
And here's why I say that. Here's why I say that.
Big lie.
Here's why I say that. Listen, you did this thing longer than me.
Denny,
Listen.
Denny, Sion brutal boy.
Listen to me. I love you. I admire you. I like to hear you on radio. You did this thing before me.
Sion brutal boy. You have to Sion applies of diplomacy.
No. There's time when you have to dispense with that. There's time.
Sion, apply some diplomacy.
There is time.
Apply some diplomacy.
When you have to say, forget the diplomacy. Let me go straight to the matter. I think it's dishonesty and deception.
No holes.
And here's why. Friday knows. You said leaning. Friday knows his party fully intends to switch so they could sell passport. But Friday also knows that the majority of Vincentians want the relationship with Taiwan. But listen, they want to remain with Taiwan. You think the hundreds of families whose children in Taiwan and the thousands of families in St. Vincent and the Grenadines whose children get assistance to go school, primary school, secondary school, college, who on the YES program, SET program, and on-site. You think they don't want to do no? What are you going to do when they get in?
Well, Sion, that's the reason for the dragon dance. That's the reason for the dragon dance.
Oh, so you're going
because he has to take into consideration the feelings of the many who would have benefited. If you look at this statement, and we analyze it from the very first few lines, is that the relationship we had with Taiwan has been a fruitful relationship.
Absolutely. And mutually beneficial.
Fruitful. And after you tell me that it's fruitful, you start to tell me now that you are going to review.
Review the fruits?
And you are going to review based on information. Now tell me what information is needed.
Tell me, please.
To make a decision.
Tell me.
What new information with relation to Taiwan and China? What new information will come up that will influence your decision?
Tell me.
Anyhow.
Tell me.
Watch me. You don't take off the mask already, yeah? you don't take off the mask. You don't take off the mask.
Indecisiveness.
Right.
Comrade, we know what indecisiveness look like. We know what indecisiveness look like, but we also know what lie. We know what dishonesty and deception look like too.
Yeah. All right. See, you don't give up. I give up. You don't take off the mask.
All right, comrade. What is it,
Brothers, have a good day, man.
Yes, comrade. All
right, see you, blessed.
Bless up, man.
Morning.
Pleasure, man. Take care.
Yeah. Mass, I know
right.
you. I know you.
Mask.
I know you. I see that already.
Yep.
Friday knows what is going on. And he knows that the majority of Vincentians want the relationship with Taiwan. Where you going to review? Listen. Countries have switched back and forth before. Countries have left Taiwan and gone to China. Countries have left China and come to Taiwan. We know what has happened when that happened. All loans, all the money you owe them outstanding money becomes payable. Your students and them who on scholarship, you got to deal with them. You bring them back home because the scholarship cut. You look for new education opportunities for them and so forth. If you go to China, you might get one big project, or as Carlos in Chateau say, a bitching project, and so forth. We have the examples of how China conducts its development, or rather is funding situations. We've seen situations in Jamaica. They fix the road, they put the toll, they collect the money. It's their money. How they build the road. You go in Africa and other places, they build infrastructure, you can't pay it, they manage it, they take it over. We see. We're going to review.
Let's take this call. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Straightforward question. Straightforward answer.
Straightforward answer, exactly.
Simple.
Simple.
We're going to stay with Taiwan. We're going to stay with Taiwan.
Are we going to leave?
Or we're going with China.
Yeah.
Simple and straightforward. Snaggy, our country is at stake. So we got to be brutal. And if you're lying, nothing is wrong with us because we have proven that they are liars. So there's no shame in calling them, or we're not doing them any harm by saying they're liars because we know they're liars. And let me tell all of you out there, nobody called my house to try to convince me to vote for NDP. Nobody.
Why not?
Because here, what is going to happen? I'm going to be brutal with you.
No, you could give them a lending. You could lend them a listening ear, no, comrade.
No. I don't have time to waste with anybody.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I will hang my phone up on you.
No.
Okay? So if they're calling to tell me to try to convince me, don't try to call me. I done all but pay me. And I might talk foolishness. Run St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He might fit into a party and might do some work for them. But he can't control this country. I said this some weeks ago. I wasn't even home. I was in my lands when I called in and said this. That all Friday is doing is reading from the envelope. The only difference is, and they made the mistake of showing us the envelope. But we don't see the envelope now. But the envelope is there. You can't run a party, but you want to run a country? How are you going to do that? You're going away on what is it? A tour looking for money, what? What it is, I don't know.
A total spread lies.
You don't even know. And this might be bad English, bad grammar, whatever, but right now I don't care. You don't even know which of your people to walk with. You're going to Canada to talk about young people. You're going to Canada to talk, Canada and America talk about the education revolution. But on your party day, you had somebody who was cool under the education revolution.
Yes.
Not only that, there is no way you say for the young people. Well, I don't just put it a little bit different. It means the same thing. For the young people to move up the ladder. But one of the persons on your party is a businesswoman that is doing extremely well. But you walk with her and going to badmouth the education revolution while she's sitting there with you. And this person is in business, doing well.
She brags that she has 3 businesses. But gets up to talk about the state of the economy. Explain that to me, please, now.
That's my point.
Explain that to me, please. Yeah, 3, not 1. 3.
That is my point. And you call in my house to compel me to vote for NDP? What is wrong with you? You're crazy or what? Vote for them for what? Watch. The intentions. Listen carefully, Listen carefully, You see the thousands of young people out there studying? Anytime All you make that mistake. But you know what? I rebuke that. We're going to give them X again. Well, it was 5 and it's going to be 6 now. We can't afford to mess up along those lines. Because it's your children, your grandchildren, and in some cases even your great-grandchildren is who going to suffer anytime you put these people to run this country.
Absolutely.
And hey, it's the ULP people, you know, because everybody in this country know who's supporting who now, you know. Nobody ain't backing down to say who they're supporting, right? And when they want what the Prime Minister says, they don't back down to say where they're going and who they be, you know. Because when they come back downstairs, they say what they get and what they ain't get, but all you ain't getting. That's for another time. But hear me, all your children will pay a heavy price. ULP supporters, all of you who have all your jobs, all you make sure all you pay for what all you have to pay for, you know. Because there's all you coming fair, they don't say that, you know, they don't tell you who going here and who going there and who going the other place. So if all you want to sit down and put a bunch of nincompoops to run this country, that is up to you guys. And you ladies and you young people who are benefiting. We see it happening. The Prime Minister said they must fly like eagles with the wings on clip. Oh God, even the blind could see what is going on with these young people in this country. And he coming to badmouth it. And coming to tell me now, we must vote for them. Don't call my house again. Because what you didn't get the last time, you will get this time. Well, you have a good day.
No, you're laughing, but I have a clip I want to play to reinforce what Mrs. Murphy was talking about. I want you to listen to this.
All right.
What will happen to the students, to our students who are right now studying in Taiwan? What do you think? You will have to come home immediately if we cut off.
I think up the volume a little bit, quite low. You know my volume?
It's the quality, all right.
It's the quality, because you hear that? As somebody say can't hear. I know that. It's little low. Because they could hardly hear it. So let me start from the beginning and let me get it from the beginning. Because it needs to be reinforcing.
Let's try it again.
What will happen to the students, to our students who are right now studying in Taiwan? What do you think? They will have to come home immediately if we cut off. Immediately. There's no maybe about it. Or except you find the money to go and pay the university fees over there. Not a question of poker. Those are realities of life.
That's still it. So James Mitchell, former Prime Minister St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And for those on the live who didn't hear it, the question was asked, what will happen to our students if we immediately cut ties with Taiwan? And his response was, they will have to come home.
There is no maybe about it, he said.
There you go. And
just recently, Danny, one of the I think it's Honduras, one of the South American countries or Central American countries who that was linked with Taiwan broke ties, and their students are panicking, and they have even more students over there than St. Vincent does. They were panicking. Students were trying to figure out if their parents could take a loan to finish up their studies, or if the government is going to pay for it. But they lost their scholarships.
There you go.
That's the reality. And the truth about it is this, Denny, listeners. Because Vincentians are aware, listen, whether this is not a NDP ULP matter, you know. This is a St. Vincent and the Grenadines matter. You know, big man stepdaughter, the Taiwan, you know. I call nobody name, eh? It's a big man. Big man stepdaughter the Taiwan, you know.
Doing major studies?
I go airport.
Major studies in Taiwan.
I don't know what a major is. I don't know what a major is. I don't know if it's business or what. I said I don't know what a major is. Right.
All right. I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Big man stepdaughter the Taiwan. I go airport, see big man, stepdaughter, mommy, saying the last goodbyes. And surely, anytime this issue of Taiwan comes up, mommy has to be trembling. Because she gonna have to find the money to pay for the schooling. Not to mention it's going to be a significant interruption in the schooling of the child. It is not a ULP NDP matter. This is a St. Vincent and the Grenadines matter. And by now, listen, nobody above the Dry River should vote to cut ties with Taiwan. Nobody. Let me individualize it. Nobody. Because the very access that is there, where they can drive, go home in the nice cars and so forth, is in large part to the government and people of Taiwan. And so they understand what it means when G. Fry says the relationship has borne fruits. What a sober, I gotta give him credit. What a sober beginning for the question. We've had this relationship since 1981. It has been very fruitful. What fruitful mean? What does it mean? Metaphorically, it's a metaphor. When you say something is fruitful, it has borne fruits. What do you mean? It's a good thing, not true? But you further reinforce, just in case you didn't understand the metaphor. He says it has been mutually beneficial. In other words, are we a benefit? And them a benefit. Well, make no mistake as we talk about mutually beneficial. Because I think if you were to be honest, we can see Raboka Bridge, YES program, SET program, on-site program, assistance with the students, say, going to school and so forth, scholarships over there. One scholarship costing $250,000 EC dollars. One. Right? One scholarship costing $250,000 EC dollars. Well, we have 33 gone recipients. So here we're going on. The first 10 is 2.5 million. The second 10 is 2.5 million. The third 10 is 2.5 million. That's $7.5 million. So we have about $800,000 worth of scholarships awarded this year. You see, sorry, 8 million. Sorry, that's just university scholarships. That's this year, the value. Next year, if we have another 30, that's another 8 million. So every year, in just university scholarships alone, Taiwan is investing $8 million in the university education of Vincentian children every year, starting this year. And it will go up. Last year, it wasn't 8 million, it was probably 5 million. There was 20 something. And the year before, 5 million. And the year before, 5 million. Every year. That's just university education. And then we talk about the individuals who go in secondary school and college and so on, who get their check, $1,500 and so on, from the embassy to help them to go to school. That, I'm sure, runs up in the hundreds of thousands every year. This year, the check that was handed over for projects was $10-point-something million. Now, these are not loans, eh? So let me do a little math just for this year. Scholarship, 8 million. The check for local projects and so on, that takes care the YES program and so on and so on and so on, 10 million. That's 18 million. So for the year, when you talk about what the primary school, secondary school students and so on got, the contribution for this year alone, not loan, is in excess of $20 million. $20 million. Jasmine says, see, on the wrong, she will have access to major cash in hand. Well, you may be right, Jasmine. I don't know. Because I don't know if you're a MasterCard or a Mistress card, but Visa, I don't know.
They're only MasterCards, okay? I don't know about Mistress card.
Listen to me. At the way this rate is going,
Do not
with Sheehan and the whole and all kind of thing.
misrepresent.
You saw
the
you
people's brand.
saw the program Sunday night when PM was referring to his brother. You didn't see that. Let me take a break. You come back and talk some more. Let me take a break. Don't go away now.
Oh, man.
Don't go away. We coming back and we talk about this because this is an important matter, and this is a matter that must be brought to the people for them to decide. Let us know if we are going to be voting for Taiwan or China. We can't wait until afterwards to find out.
All right, keep it locked in.
Where you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
But what you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my pool party Sunday. I need to pick up my medication. And I need some nails to fix the door. And I have to get something to eat. Oh, yes. And I need to buy some grease and go bank to get some money for all that.
Cassandra, you can get all those things at the Joshua Center.
For true?
Yes, girl, everything.
The Joshua Center has everything for you from clothes to decor and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here just for you.
Increase your chances of winning the Super 6 jackpot with a combo play. Remember, Super 6 numbers are from 1 to 28. Choose any 5 Super 6 numbers. That's a combo 5 for $69. Match any 5 of the 6 numbers and you will win the jackpot. Choose 7 Super 6 numbers for $21. Match any 6 of the 7 numbers and win the jackpot. There's more. Combo 8, where you purchase 8 Super 6 numbers for $84. Match any 6 of the 8 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3 and Combo 4 Super 6 plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Super 6. Bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, pickets in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
At the People's Pharmacy, we've put our mission at the center of our name. We are people-centered, and every day we renew this commitment to providing products and services that help our valued customers lead healthier and happy lives. The People's Pharmacy fills prescriptions promptly and accurately, and also offers a wide range of vitamins and supplements, plus generic medication for everything from an upset stomach to the common cold. We offer toiletries and baby care items, skin care and hair care items too. All that coupled with a friendly, knowledgeable, and efficient staff to ensure customer satisfaction every time you shop. The People's Pharmacy offers extended opening hours, 8 in the morning to 8 p.m., Mondays through Saturdays. For more information, give us a call at 456-1170. The People's Pharmacy. We go further to serve you better.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Dream house, renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, spigots in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
What if you could marry that idyllic view of the outside to the warmth and comfort of the inside? No more barriers to that perfect panoramic view, filling up the entire room with natural light and cool breezes, creating that seamless transition between here and there. Discover the beauty of our bifold patio doors from Kendra's aluminum products. Two spaces have now become one smooth flowing space with a simple flick of a handle. Blur the lines and make your sanctuary spectacular. Enjoy outdoor living from the inside out with a touch of modern elegance. Transform your living spaces. A room with a view now belongs to only you. Visit our showrooms today and ask about our bifold patio doors. Another quality product from Kendra's Aluminum. Kendra's aluminum products exports to all islands in the Caribbean region. Call our export team today for assistance. Kendra's Aluminum Products Limited, a tradition of excellence.
Winning the Lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the Lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 Lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 Lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 Lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Play for and win even more. Mashing the lottery says more cash in store. 4 numbers from 0 to 9. Win $5,000 with $1 in line. Base 4 and back into 2. There'll be lots of cash waiting for you. Choose for Monday to Saturday. Go get your tickets, it's so easy to play. When you play for, you win even more.
The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority is working with our registered tourism service providers to remain resilient and ready to serve Vincentians and visitors alike. Play your part by practicing the public health protocols and get vaccinated. Look out for our tourism-approved safe zones and always keep in a zone. A message from the SVG Tourism Authority. Keep in a zone.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$260,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, October 17th. It's 200. There'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A Lotto jackpot of $245,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next Lotto jackpot, $245,000.
Out with the old, in with the new. In the past, you complained when we failed. We listened and went back to the drawing board. At last, a new, fresh beginning. A fresh face, a new product. International Standard Metals A792 presents Galvaloon, an aluminum roofing metal, branded best used for roofing material, tested and proven to be of superior quality. Get wider coverage for the best prices on the island. We offer a variety of colors, including zinc sheets. Also, take advantage of our unique roofing patterns, U-panel, industrial, and crimp Spanish style. Visit us at the Diamond Industrial Estate. Call us at 784-456-9900 or email bmlsvg@gmail.com. Galvaloon, a product of International Standard Metals.
Class, beauty, elegance, and passion. Celebrating 10 years of international pageantry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Miss Plus Size Universe International Pageant. taking place on Friday, October 27, 2023 at the Porter's Estate in St. Vincent and the Grenadine. Showtime is at 8 p.m. sharp, and of course, you can get general tickets for $100, VIP tables for $250, and all red carpet segment for $300. See you on Friday, October the 27th, 2023 at the Porter's Estate.
Sunday, October 29th, all roads lead to Rawalku for the biggest gospel show to ever come to the shores of SVG. As New Life Promotion and Andros Bascom, in association with Digicel, Vitamalt, Frosty Dream, and Ministry of Tourism and Culture, presents SVG Independence Gospel Explosion, featuring the Queen of Gospel, Vincy International Gospel Sensation, Bridget Blucher. Bridget Blucher. This is going to be one powerful event. Sunday, October 29th, Rawalku is about to come alive. SVG Independence Gospel Explosion is brought to you by New Life Promotion and Andros Bascom.
They're going up?
Well, I know Andres, I could begin for ticket. I could begin for ticket. But that promises to be a big concert. And I know Christian support Christian things, and so the gospel concert, I'm sure.
And a Carnival man just come in the studio?
No. I mean, yes, will come in the studio.
He just walk in the
Well,
studio.
you see, because my righteous eyes cast heathens. You understand?
I meant he then walked into the studio.
Well, hey, during the break, somebody sent me a song suggestion. Then when they don't pick it up and think, because the person say, Sian, play this song every Friday, because this is what Friday represent. But I want us to play the clip first. The question, and see if it is if what the person is suggesting is correct. Because remember, what we thought, Denny, what we thought was a floops, what we thought was a full toss or a long up, apparently turned out to be a bouncer. And what do you do when you get bouncer?
Duck.
Well, boy, I don't know. So play the clip and let me see if Friday duck out anyway, out of the bouncer.
I'm asking you right now, what is happening in St. Vincent toward Taiwan and St. Vincent, as you know what's going on. As Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will you continue to do the same thing as present government is doing, or are you going to move more closer to mainland China?
Thank you very much. As to the first question, as you know, our country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, has established relations with Taiwan, I think going back to 1981. It has been a fruitful relationship for both sides. We, as a party, we took a position with respect to that relationship. And we have said before and recently that all of those decisions are subject to review whenever we are in a position to have new information going forward. That, you will understand, is something that we are constantly doing. And for us, it's a question of what is in the greatest interest of our country. What is of the greatest benefit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? That is what guides me, not a matter of saying what is one friend or another. The interest of the country come first.
Send me that a river, Vietmas. Water, Vietmas. Oh, send me that a doctor, Vietmas. And that is why all the street boys just call she Miss Mas. She's a wicked ducker, be the tucker. Yes, a wicked ducker, be the tucker. She ducking with men, big and small. Be that let's if they make a ball. Ducking with she front, ducking with she back. Yes, be that ducking like a maniac. But if you send be that a river, be that must. No. Hey, send be that for water, be that must.
Hey, ask Friday a question. Friday must.
And that is why all the street boys are small sheep. Yes, must.
It is a classic.
I believe
yeah.
somebody in Germany had a hand up in the air.
You think
Definitely
so?
for this one. I believe this one is definitely.
Lawyers, all them politicians, professional musicians. Now you might say she like to duck in high society, but nobody that ducks with anybody.
Denny, I think we need to make an insertion here that is not Val Tucker, it's Vida Tucker. Because Valdo Duck.
Never.
Send me that for water, be that must done. Oh, send me that a doctor, be that must done. And that is why all the street boys are small shit. Miss must done. Be that you duck too hard. Be that you duck too hard. Be that you duck too hard. You know you ducking much too hard. Be that you duck too hard. Be that. Why so hard? Be that. Don't doubt me. Be that. You know you ducking much too hard. Folks say be that Tucker. Take off Tashy mother, who was the ducking champion.
Leave Mr. Out of this.
Throughout the Caribbean. She ducked from Jamaica to Trinidad. Yes, she used to duck real hard. But be that beachy mama, she is the world's greatest ducker. But if you send be that a river, be that must duck. Hey, send be that for water, be that must duck. Ooh, send be that a doctor, be that must duck. And that is why all the street boys are small shit. Miss must duck. She's a wicked ducker, 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 be that tucker, tucker, tucker. A wicked ducker, 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 be that tucker, ducker, ducker. A wicked ducker.
I ducking it.
Well, you go ahead, where's this party boy?
I ducking it. I ducking it.
Who that ask questions on Friday? The people.
Or even a Friday.
Put that together. Put that boss.
I still put on my.
You know, Pat, even
Or even a Friday.
It's a Friday.
When the parties. I still put on my wet clothes, but I just stay. To wine and the shorty. She tell me she up there. Tell my super.
Well, I don't know who's Friday supervisor, right? But how is it you embarking on a big light tour, you know, spreading your lies, and chances are you may be asked a question on foreign policy, and the man in your party with the most foreign policy experience, having worked under this government in the diplomatic corps, is not on the program. How? Like they're really trying to alienate. I just had to say this. They're really trying to alienate Fitzbramble. I mean, it's their business ultimately. Send Friday Canada, he can go duck. Ask him a simple question, boy. If you see duck, man can't answer a simple question. And this question simply is: the man asked the question. And Richard, if you listen to me, leave Val Tucker alone. Right. Eh?
Richard?
He did it since long time. But you see how you would give Val and family. The man was very clear in his question. He says, I'm going to ask you now. Let me calm it down because I want to make sure the point sink in. He asked a very serious, straightforward question. A question that relates to the foreign policy direction of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He wanted to know, and I'm sure he still wants to know because he didn't get an answer, what the foreign policy direction would be for St. Vincent and the Grenadines would be under an NDP administration led by Dr. Friday. As Prime Minister of this country, would you maintain St. Vincent and the Grenadines' relationship with Taiwan? Or would you end that relationship and move to China? Now, understand this. We cannot repeat this enough. because of the one China policy, we cannot establish diplomatic relations with both countries. We cannot establish diplomatic with both countries simultaneously. It's an either-or situation. So for any establishment of relations to occur with China, we have to end with Taiwan. That is a stipulation of China. No. One of the first issues I have with that is you can't dictate to me who my friend should be. You can't dictate to me who my friend should be. If Danny go and tell me that if I want to be his friend and Gary, then I talk to Bling, who is currently my friend. I guess, but then you trying to pick my friends for me. You can't do that. It's either you want to be my friend or not. And if you're my friend, you accept the friendship in good spirit. That's it. In good faith. That's it. What goes on between me and Bing had nothing to do with what goes on between me and you. But China has set that precondition. Anybody who want to be my friend can't be friend with Taiwan. Well, that is the first problem I have with that situation. Because St. Vincent and the Grenadines must be allowed to develop and implement its own policy in its best interest. And you telling me who my friend should be ain't in my best interest. So the man wants, with all of that information available, which you have, Dr. Friday, are you going to allow China to dictate our foreign policy if you become prime minister? Or are you going to maintain that independence and say, I will be friends with whom I choose? He says, let me answer the first part of the question. We've had a relationship with Taiwan since 1981, and it has been a very fruitful one. It has been mutually beneficial. Somebody messaged me when I was itemizing somebody quote unquote free money we get in, and they said, what about the roads? And I said, well, but the roads is loan. When I talk about the $8 million in scholarship, we ain't got to pay that back in university education. When I talk about the $10 million that we got for YES program, STEP program, and so on, we ain't got to pay that back. That's grand. So the 20+ million I talk about is money that we ain't paying back. We got to pay back the money we got for the airport, that we ain't paying that back. But the 120 million for the roads, we got to pay that back. What information, what new thing would come to light for Friday to discuss and look into to determine what we're going to do next? None. He understands the dynamics of the relationship. He knows what will happen. He has a very good understanding of how much money we owe. He has a very good understanding of how much the benefits that we get, because he admitted that it's a very fruitful, mutually beneficial relationship. So he understands and he knows. But he also knows that because of the emptiness of their party platform, devoid of real ideas to support economic development and growth, that they cling to the Titanic sinking ship of CBI. And their hope for CBI is in China. You see, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. Their hope is built on CBI through China. So he cannot distance himself from the idea of switching from Taiwan to China. Because that is the cornerstone, that is the pillar that they hope would drive economic development if they are ever elected. So it is decided that they will switch to China. But he's being coy. He's being careful. He's advised. Listen to me. And then he and I was talking over it. Then he says, listen, this man know going on. He said, but the foreign operative, you can't talk like that right now. You have to be careful. Embrace that what is going on right now in a kind of way. Embrace what is going on right now in a kind of way. Don't talk too much about CBI because it ain't popular. Vincentians don't like it. Don't talk too much about China because Vincentians get nervous about the children who are in Taiwan and the children who get little money. And the YES program, and say, because it pop. Remember now, they're going, according to they're going to continue the YES program and increase the stipend.
From 650 to 650. From 1 year to 1 year. Leave it in the private sector. I'll do it already in the private sector.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
that kind of improvement.
I see.
Yes.
Right.
Just let it lie them now. By saying the same thing. They know that. So the decision in the big meeting with the trained journalists and so on is, so here what? He is back on the switch talk. If you ever mention it, just simply say, no. That's not a decision we could make now while we out of government. We have to get into government first. And when we get in, we go review the information and we go decide. Well, I'm glad that is your answer. I am glad that that was the answer you gave in Toronto. That you cannot tell the Vincentian public today, before an elections, whether or not you would maintain relations with Taiwan. They would have to first elect you. And then when you get in, you'd make the decision. I am glad that that's the way you chose to answer the question. You know, I don't know. Richard does like to say, you're a little boy, you don't know. And I just try and then every now and again. I don't know as you know what I'm thinking, guys, as your tongue man. So you may not understand his expression. Old people used to say, make sure better than cocksure.
Yeah.
And St. Vincent and the Grenadines has that the relationship with Taiwan continues to bring benefits to us, to bring benefits to our children, to help to educate our nation. We ain't going to decide that we're going to make sure for cocksure and see what you're going to do. If you get in to review and see how it's working before we make, no, because we know what the decision is. Mass, I know you.
I don't kill it.
He better.
Don't kill it.
He better. I glad he ducking it. And I want him to duck everything else. Because the truth is, anytime you try on anything, you're making a fool of yourself. Like we do with the YES program. He tried to come out and song decisive, and he talked rubbish. Because everything he talked, he was on every issue, he was completely wrong. He was completely wrong. And so he now open his mouth and talk foreign policy to show up himself. He should have walked with Fitz. I need to call the PRO, like how the journalists call me, and ask them who's on the delegation of the NDP going on the big light too? Who are they carrying? Why Fitz saying going? Okay. He who have eyes to see, let him see. And we can't be so dense. Our hearts can't be as hard. Our ears can't be as blocked to the point where we are hearing. We are hearing what they're saying. And we choose not to listen and act accordingly. Taiwan is important to me, you know. And I'm telling you, Taiwan is important to you as a Vincent Chan. How you deal with the referendum issue of who we maintain diplomatic relations with. How you deal with the issue of who, in fact, determines our foreign policy is a matter for you. But book it and show. And if you ever heard the expression before, book it and show. When the elections are called in 2025, and you go down on the ballot and you look down there, simple. This is what you gotta do. Wherever you see ULP, replace it with Taiwan. And wherever you see NDP, replace it with China. Because that's one of the issues they're voting on. In the right corner, on the right side of history, developing St. Vincent and the Grenadines is the defending champ, Ralph Gonsalves on the ULP. And in the left corner, on the opposite side of history, backward, with retrograde policies and big lies, is the NDP. Fight. You gotta decide who's corner in. You gotta decide who's corner in. We are Ezzy in here, and he just did it. But we got Ezzy come to talk with you then, so we can run out and leave Ezzy in the studio. So you have to talk to Ezzy.
We won't do that.
Right. We have to talk to Ezzy.
Mic up.
Yeah, we have to talk to Ezzy and thing. Ezzy did they sit down. I know. We chatting with it, look like it's business on WhatsApp. You know,
it's not like Ezzy, but like he wants to duck out of this interview.
Yeah, I do. I be ducking in the phone. Something in the phone. Your attention there. I don't know what's going on. Exactly. So yeah, Ezzy here. We're going to talk with Ezzy for a couple of minutes. But comrades, we'll continue discussion because it's important and we can just leave it so. And I like Snaggy how he called me. Snaggy was calling me off, man. I see him Friday, didn't he? Out by soccer, out by football. I said, Snaggy, going on there. He said, boy, I used to play that, you know. I used to play that at a very high level. You understand? So Snaggy's a soccer man. You understand? Right.
Oh, a football player.
Well,
all right, good.
Well, he's not a ducker.
Right.
He does heads. He don't duck. Yeah, we chatting with Ezzy. So
Ezzy, morning. How you doing, man?
Hey, morning.
But Ezzy on headphone.
You don't need any headphone, man. You just need to speak. That's all. So what's up?
Well, this is the month of independence.
It's my kid, yeah, because I hear him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, morning St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to the rest of the world. I know at Star FM you have listeners all over. So wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, night, good day to you.
Yeah, we have people who checking home and all thing.
Independence October, and the National Independence Committee have a series of activities that, as you know, the CDC office coordinates the operates as the secretariat for the independence activities, and we have a calendar of events. Some of these events have gone already. These events are not all organized by the committee, but we simply put the calendar together. Some events are organized by us. Others are organized by private entities and organizations throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm here mainly to speak about Vibe Out, which is a new initiative for this year. But I'll just touch on a few of the events generally that we have on the calendar. coming up. We have on Friday outside the old public library building, there'll be an event called Journey Local, where they'll be selling locally made products, including food and so forth, arts and crafts, etc.
Just going to run after, we didn't talk about this thing because it's Independence Month, right? So first of all, before you tell me the calendar, you responsible, the committee responsible for what's going on with the flags and so on, and the bunting around the pole and so on.
Yeah, that's normally part of the
just I wish more buildings would have been draped though. Yeah, you know what I mean. I seen the bunting on the poles. Well, I seen the flags in the sky.
Yeah.
To the 17th, Denny.
No, that's the committee's work. But I agree with you, corporate St. Vincent.
Yeah, corporate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Corporate St.
Right?
Vincent.
Yeah.
Really,
not everybody
really,
could be a Jacks, but do something.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Drape
Well, I
something.
understand both points. Normally, the Independence Committee is responsible for draping the
government
and
buildings.
decorating, yes, state-owned
Right,
properties,
right.
right?
I ain't
And
seen
we
enough of that
encourage the
neither.
private sector
Mm.
to do more. You know, they can also do their part. I've seen one or two private sector
Mhm,
buildings being
mhm.
decorated, but a lot more can be done.
Yeah.
We have some material that just arrived will be.
So hopefully by the end of the week, it'll be looking like real independency.
By the end of this week, you'll see a lot more in terms of the state-owned buildings. But the private sector also need to do
Yeah,
their
they
part.
step up. You know, because the thing about it, Ezzy, is we can't just talk pride and national pride. That's an active something. We gotta show that national pride and so on. And I think Independence Month, while we've seen growth in a number of things, like the parade is really big and bad now these days. You know, I mean, people are coming up with the parade, you know, and there was a time when at Independence Month, not too long ago, people drape flags on their bonnets and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. I noticed that has kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, so I think and I appreciate what the committee is doing in trying to be the leader now.
Yes.
In trying to get that type of attitude and vibe and spirit going. And so you've started you've planned a calendar of events, and you see the first one is this Friday.
No, there are activities that started from the first of the month. There are activities.
Okay.
I'm just looking at going forward,
Right.
what remains. But even before I go to the calendar, let me just touch on something that will be different this year. The Best Village competition.
That come back, I like that.
Right. So we have the Best Village competition in again. I know that some person expressed that it was publicized a bit late. But remember, our theme for this year is our resilience, our fortitude, our people, our identity. We decide to do is to tease you, give you a little bit of it. This year, the intention is to have it bigger and better next year. Everything we are doing this year, it would lead us road to 45. We are
Okay,
preparing for next year. So the Best Village competition will be much bigger. We have another initiative that we are doing.
Let me tease you on the Best Village. Which village was the most, or let's say the winningest village of the competition?
I can't recall that. We haven't had that competition.
Tell him.
for quite
Tell
a
him.
while, so.
Block 2000.
Block
man.
2000. Oh yes,
Come on,
yes.
man.
That you
Come
correct.
on, man. You can't remember that?
Yeah, that's true. That happened
Block
during my
2000 used to win.
time.
Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom.
During my time at the NYC, I
course,
was
they know.
PRO.
Come on, if I could remember,
with
you never
National
could
Youth
remember.
Council. That's correct.
You know,
Block 2000. In fact, that area in Old Montrose got the name during that time.
Yes,
Block 2000.
yes. I mean,
correct.
they used to go all out. I mean, painting stones and flower garden and so on. I mean, Block 2000 used to really go all out for that. Like, I think Rosebank either won or they do very, very well a year or two. But Block 2000 is that village that really took the Best Village competition seriously, just took off with it.
Yeah. So far this year, I think we have about 12 entries for the Best Village competition.
Even my sister Jill Jill know that because she used to go church in Block 2000 and so on with the Adventist church. So we know that.
That's one that's in the Best Village competition. We also installing some figurines, if you would have seen some around the place. We looked at things that St. Vincent and the Grenadines are known for, and kind of erect something that a symbol of it. So at the E.T. Joshua tarmac, you will see Vincy Mars saying Happy Independence. Okay. At Sion Hill intersection is 9 mornings, Happy Independence. At Lowman's Hill, yeah, Fish Fest. So that's located on Lowman's Hill. In North Leeward, we'll be having sports and culture. That's Fireman and Keswick Williams, a cricketer and entertainer, representing sports and culture. Okay, so figuring we'll be there in the junction. That should be going up either today or tomorrow.
Rose back, you said.
No, that in Chateaubriand.
In Chateaubriand, okay.
Yeah, and in Kingston, just after the Senator, the Iron Man, if you're going downtown towards Little Tokyo, that area close to Peppercorn, there's a little triangle there, and we have Harvest, because that's in the area of the vegetable market.
Okay.
So the Harvest is saying, Harvest, Happy Independence.
Okay.
All the messaging on each of them, Happy Independence in the Grenadines, all the different symbols. Yeah.
All right.
So that's something different. Again, next year we hope to do more of these. And we hope in that post in their various communities will, see what we did this year, and would want to move towards doing them. These won't necessarily have to be done by the Independence Committee only. Businesses in rural communities can decide they want to do it, to do some organizations, whether sporting organizations, community organizations, they can do, come up with the ideas and do some of these. We will be having, let me do some of the events. These public speaking finals will be held next Tuesday, the 24th. We have the Independence Schools Rally in Victoria Park. That's normally a big event.
Yeah.
We have the judging of the Best Village competition. I just mentioned that the judging will be done next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And we have coming up as well, the Invest SVG Expo will begin next Thursday, the 26th, and it will run until the 29th. We have the bikers and the motorsports organizations with a number of activities and events at the tarmac and other locations throughout St. Vincent. I'm Giant Colorfed. This, a lot of the young person into this.
And as you mentioned, and I think we pause to make sure we reinforce that the Vinci Expo, we had Nella here sometime. She planned to come back.
Yeah.
Would not be at the Geisha this time.
Yes.
But it would not be at the tarmac.
So
you could kill two birds with one stone. You could see these motorsports and the expo at the same time.
Yes.
So you could plan.
Yeah.
You could plan yourself.
You can plan to be there for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Spend time there at both set of activities. Yes. And like I was saying, the Amjine Color Fest, this has been attracting large numbers during Carnival and also during Independence. It's not the first time they're doing this activity at Independence time. It's normally very huge. We have the military parade. It's huge. Usually, like you mentioned a while ago, within the last few years, you have been seeing large numbers turning out to the military parade.
Before the things start on the full.
Yeah. This will be at Victoria Park again this year. The Madongo Festival takes place on Independence Day as well. This would be at over the Dry River, Rabaka area. Madongo Festival organized by the folks from Fancy. We have a Vinci soccer match scheduled for that day. However, I was informed this morning that there's a possibility that might be changed to the day before, the 26th. I guess that decision will be made later today. But the teams playing, it's a female game, and it's a CONCACAF match. It's the Dominican Republic versus SVG, Vinci Heat female team. So that we'll await the announcement as to whether that will be changed. But as it is, it was slated originally for the 27th. And we'll be having a number of other activities taking place throughout St. Vincent, feds, parties, and so forth. But these are some of the bigger events that's taking place. The main mission here this morning is to promote.
There's also supposed to be the gospel concert.
Yes, and there's a big gospel explosion. That's correct. Yeah, that's also.
There's something for everybody.
Yes.
If you are paint up his skin, you paint up his skin. If you are praise the Lord, you praise the Lord. If you, everybody.
And we had a to open to kick the ball off, so to speak, for the independence celebrations. We had a media conference at the CDC office early on, and in that media conference, we had a number of the stakeholders, representatives of organizations and promoters who are doing events. We had them in-house explaining what they are doing and so on, sharing their concepts, ideas, and giving much details. And at the end of it, I was sharing the media conference, and I noted the diversity in the type of events. We had events for different age groups, different types of people. We had Christian, like you mentioned, the Gospel Explosion event. We actually had a representative there. So the independence activities are diverse. persons can find, you will find something within the month that you can attend some, these activities, one or the other that you do. Vibe Out, expression of empowerment. This is what I'm really here to speak about in detail. Now, Vibe Out, the concept of Vibe Out is whereby it's a merger of sporting activities and along with cultural and entertainment activities, events under one roof, so to speak. Now, these activities will be held on hard courts throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The locations identified, basically we use tongues. It would have been difficult to try to, initially when we started the planning, we ended up with something like 18 zones. That would have been difficult to handle. So we basically boiled down to 6 tongues and Beckwith, because we have to include the Grenadines as we are multi-island state. And so the concept is where we're going to have sporting activities, not the regular full-length soccer match or cricket match, short games. So, for example, the soccer matches will be 5-a-side, small goal on hard court. Really fun. And the cricket would be 5 overs per side and so forth. So, really short games. And what we plan to do, we'll be having a sporting activity followed by appearance of some artists, then another sporting activity, then appearance. So we're going to be blending in the performances of these artists in between the sporting activities. Unlike what we are accustomed to, where all these activities will take place on weekends and so forth, we decide that we're going to create a vibe where persons get the opportunity to come out of their homes after work. So these activities will start at 5 p.m. and run until 8 p.m. These courts that we'll be using, they are lit, they have floodlights there. So we're basically doing some night events between 5 to 8 p.m. The first one will be held this Sunday. And they'll be having football and netball along with DJs and artists and so performing, etc. This one, however, because it's on a Sunday, it's the first one, and this will be running from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So this activity during the day. The folks at Beckwith, they have a soccer league that's running there. They will be having a soccer match, their full regular soccer match. This will take place after our activity has concluded. So this will... On Monday, the activity will be held in Georgetown at the Chili Plain Field. That's next Monday, the 23rd. And we're having various artists again throughout all of these activities. What we also let me add one time, apart from the regular sporting events that I mentioned here, football, cricket, basketball, netball, etc., we'd also be having traditional games. So persons will be there, you would see the dominoes and the draft and so forth. So some persons will be engaged in looking at the soccer match, etc., and along with the entertainment package. So I'll just run down the schedule. Monday, Georgetown Chili Plain Field. On Tuesday, Calico Hard Court. And we're also going to be having some activities up in Daphne as well. On Wednesday, the 25th, Layu Hard Court. Thursday, 26th, Curtains Hard Court. On Friday, 27th, Grammar School Playing Field. That's the Kingston Zone. Grammar School Playing Field will be on Independence Day. And Saturday, 28th October, the final one will be in Chateaubelair. Well, the original plan was for Chateaubelair, but this will be held at the Petit Bedell Hard Court. All right, so that's the lineup for the week. Let me just add that what we have decided to do, not the intention is not to carry in sound systems or DJs and artists from other areas into these local. We are utilizing the services of persons within these given communities. It's a matter of identifying and exposing talent within the given community. So when we go to Beckwith, we'll be using a DJ from Beckwith, artists from Beckwith, sound system from Beckwith, etc., etc. And similarly, we go to Georgetown, we utilize artists, Calypsonian, soca artists, DJ, sound system, everything from those communities. Around, when I say it's taking place in Georgetown, but on the windward side, whether it's DJ and so forth on the windward side, yeah, that's how we'll be doing it. So we don't have a sound system contracted to go to all of these events and set up. We are putting the monies into the local economy, so to speak. Yeah.
All right. Well, that is something to look forward to, and the communities can look forward to what will be coming there with Georgetown, what's happening in town, and the different activities throughout the month. I encourage communities. You said they have 12 communities part of the Best Village.
Yes.
For this year, hopefully by next year we can expand that and more communities can get involved. You know, in Dominica, Ezzy, independence is done over 2 days in Dominica, in the Commonwealth of Dominica. You have the Independence Day, which is the first day, where you have the parade and so on. And the second day is called the Day of Community Service. And on that day, community and so on are given assistance to do things in the community, paint a wall, swipe the road, paint a bus shed, repair something. So you have that. So it's actually over a 2-day period. We don't have that, but instead of, I think we can really do things that will reflect our state of independence as a country and as a people, where we can engage in community events. We don't have to. I'm not talking about parties and so on now, but a community group or group of individuals say, listen, this independence, we're going to help Miss Mary, whose house more a little renovation day and so on. And you could reach out to private sector, reach out to government, say, listen, give me the materials, we go do the work.
Yeah.
You know, you could look at a bus shed in the area, you could repair it. You could see, well, I was driving across the airport, and you know how as soon as you come around on the flat this, so you could go up to the tower, you can see over on the tarmac. But recent times it has really grown. There's a lot of overgrown bushes there. You know, a community project. Listen, let me clear down this so we could create back the view now, so you can see the tarmac. It's a beautiful thing when you come around there and you look on the tarmac and you see the tarmac full of planes now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think these things are things that we can get back into and really show expressions of what community service is really about. So I'm happy that that communities will come together and do something at the community level. And I really hope that more and more communities will get involved and really display what it means to be Vincentian during this period.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. And like I said, we are doing Road to 45. And we are hoping that come next year, we'll be seeing a lot more community involvement. We're going to start the sensitization process early to get persons in tune and aware that this is coming up, and so they can activate and other things done within their communities.
Absolutely.
To swing back on the vibe out quickly, I mentioned sporting and cultural activities. This is being organized through the Department of Sports, and they are responsible for organizing the sporting element of this. They have appointed sports coordinators for each of the area that I've called early on, and they will be organizing the sporting side of it. We already have some teams showing interest. Like I said, the intention of this to have formal cricket teams or football teams or whatever that are already established. It's about somebody on the block getting their 6 guys together and say, we're going to play 5-a-side soccer. We have 1 extra player.
So that's why you should have a 44 balls cricket game. So to 4 minutes halves. Listen, so we actually fellas here, me, you, it's a 5-a-side.
It's a 5-a-side.
You just
so
want to bling
at
on
least 6 fellas.
Bling on, yeah, at least 6.
6 and
yeah, I can be 6 man. I can be 6 man.
Right?
We ain't changing.
Yeah.
But me, you, Denny, Bling, all, and Augustine. 6.
Yeah, you can bring a team whether you want.
All keep it. We'll lose. I will not have you. I will not have you about my partner. All.
Yeah, so we have these sports coordinators in the different areas who are communicating with the folks. What persons can do though, even on the day of the activity, they can still come and register their teams. It is an informal type of arrangement. So feel free, put together your little teams on communities and get going.
All right. Well, I just got some information as to what's happening in Canada. And
Okay.
the spirit is more or less, flown over there, so to
yes.
speak. The Road to 45, the team, they've adopted it.
Adopted it?
Yeah.
That's good news.
All right. And they have a number of activities. Thanksgiving service on the 22nd at Rosewood Church of the Nazarene. On the 26th, a flag raising ceremony at the Toronto City Hall. That's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
City Vinci flag, of course, being flown in Toronto, Canada. On the 27th, which is Independent Day, the lighting of Brampton Clock Tower.
Wow.
Something also to look forward to.
Yeah, boy. Luther boy.
No. This is
I know
exactly what you
I
was going to
Luther
say the
boy,
same thing.
things catching on,
Yeah.
Things catching
Yeah,
on.
boy.
One tower light so, another tower
Tower
light
light
so.
so.
Let's-
You remember next time I
Maybe
be in
next year,
Miami.
Type 101. Miami. Let's type 101. We like to next year. Congrats, buddy. Congrats.
Luther, believe. I love it.
There's also a flag raising ceremony on the 27th at Brampton City Hall, and a sign of an MOU between Kingston and Brampton, 2 p.m., and the lighting of Niagara Falls.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, listen to me. You say you light one. I go light two. I love it.
That's really good news. Really good news. I'm happy to hear that.
And we're going outside of and notice he's going outside of Toronto. So boy, Luther boy.
Yeah.
Thank
you for leading the way.
He led the way.
Jim McIntyre.
Fits the sidebars. You can't listen to me. You walked with me at Flow. I teach you all, so let me show you how it go. Boom. So next year I'm going to wait on Ambassador Bowman to tell me this year I'll be lighting Type 101.
Yeah,
I say
it's possible.
Yeah,
anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Well, we're seeing that with the ULP. And we're seeing,
anything
you ain't got comment on this.
No.
We're seeing that with the ULP and the representatives of our government who are they're definitely just running and lifting the representation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to a whole new level.
So I'm really pleased. I'm sure the local independence committee will be quite pleased. I report. Well, I guess some members will be listening. But we will I will definitely be sharing this information with the others. I'm quite happy to hear that this is taking place in Toronto. Yeah,
yes.
Well done. And as I sign out, I'd just like to remind persons of our theme, our resilience, our fortitude, our people, our identity, road to 45. Remember, come next year, we're looking for even bigger and better things as it relates to our independence celebrations.
All right. Thank you very much to the committee, and we wish them all the best. And listen, this would only be successful when Vincentians get involved. Yeah. So all of us have a role to play. We're the ones who are making successful. And by the way, those of you who are having those big events, those paid events, do your community service and drop off my tickets. That's where we're at. Okay. Have yourself a good one. Keep it locked in here on the Star. Ezzy, thank you for stopping by. Right. Good.
Let us forge ahead as we celebrate our 44th anniversary of independence with our slogan, our resilience, our fortitude, our people, our identity.
SVG, my homeland.
Road to 45. Let us move with love as we participate in various activities. Our independence calendar for the entire month of October. There will be gospel events, military parade, best village competition, vibe out community activities, motorsports, cultural and sporting events, along with other activities. Whatever you do, let us celebrate our independence in fine style as we move on the road to 45. Happy independence to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, spigots in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or